Hey guys, welcome back. So today is a very exciting video in my opinion. We are talking all about the second release from my brand, Ledda Fragrance. We are talking all about our brand new scent. It is absolutely divine and I had to dedicate a whole video to this fragrance because it's that good and it's my brand. So obviously we're gonna be chatting it up. So in this video, I'm just gonna go over what inspired the fragrance, what it smells like, the notes, everything like that. I did kind of like a soft launch on Instagram already. If you're not following Ledda Fragrance or myself, what are you doing? I'm not sure, but you should be following both. But yeah, I touched on it a little bit on Instagram, but I needed to do a full video on YouTube because it deserves it. So without further ado, let me introduce you to the star of this video, which is 18 Vanilla Nera by Ledda Fragrance, which is me, yours truly. So 18 Vanilla Nera, oh my God, we've been working on this fragrance for over a year now. Ever since we launched 22 Oris, we've been working on this. I didn't realize like how long it really takes to really develop a fragrance until I started this brand. So it's taken a long time, but we're trying to get more on top of things for the next release. So anyways, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I was super excited to do this scent. I, of course, am obsessed with 22 Oris, our first fragrance, and the success of 22 Oris has been mind-boggling for me, especially considering we're strictly online. You can't go into a store and smell it. It's all just you guys like trusting in me and trusting in other people's reviews and, just having faith. So I really appreciate that. And yeah, so obviously our goal is to be in stores at some point. But for right now, 22 Oris and 18 Vanilla Nera are exclusively available on our website, ledda.co. So anyways, let's talk about 18 Vanilla Nera. So I'm sure some of you are wondering what the name is, like where is that coming from? So excuse me in advance, I have like a little bit of a sinus infection going on. So I have a little bit of like a sexy, raspy, nasally voice going on. But yeah, 18 Vanilla Nera. For 22 Oris, we had a few different reasons why we chose the number 22. It was our launch year, the oil concentration, and also it kind of sounded like 22 hours, which is 10 o'clock p.m. on the clock. And, it's kind of that scent that can be worn at that intimate time of day when you're by yourself or with someone you love. So for this scent, we chose the number 18 because it kind of symbolizes that time of day when you are getting ready to go out to like a nice dinner or a nice event. You're feeling like $1 million, 6 p.m. Okay, maybe I'm showing my age here, but I get ready at 6 p.m. I don't know about you guys, but you can tweak that time to whatever is, perfect for you, but I like to get ready at 6 p.m. I'm 33, so I'm old. But anyways, that's where the number 18 comes from. Vanilla, obviously, is because this is a vanilla-based scent, and we will get into how it smells in a minute. And then lastly is the word Nera. So that is actually a family name. Obviously Ledda is a family name, that is my last name. But Nera is also a family name. So that was my great-grandmother's last name. It was my grandfather's middle name. It is my brother's middle name. And for some reason, my parents decided to name one of their dogs Nera as well. But it's a family name. Decided to keep the name in the family. And an interesting little tidbit about that is that Nera means black. So I thought that was perfect for this scent because this is a deep, dark type of vanilla. So I was like, oh my God, perfect, like black vanilla, just to kind of give you like a visual there. So my family is from the Philippines on my dad's side, but oddly enough, our last name and Nera are Italian, even though we're 0% Italian. I did the ancestry whatever DNA stuff and I'm not Italian at all, so I'm not really sure where that came from, but it's a family name and it means black. So we're all in black and that's just the vibe for this fragrance. And so there you have it, the inspiration for the name 18 Vanilla Nera. I feel like it just really rolls off the tongue nicely as well. So now let's get into the notes, and I'm just gonna spray some just to set the tone, set the mood. I wish you guys could smell it. I don't know how we don't have that. Like AI is doing the most, but it's not doing smell-o-vision, so I don't know what's happening with that. But anyways, let's talk about the notes. So for the top notes, it opens up with sparkling bergamot, which is one of my all-time favorite notes. It's just a very like refreshing citrus that I feel like goes beautifully in most fragrances. And then we also have Nigerian ginger, which I love ginger in fragrances. It just adds like a nice zesty, fresh spiciness to it. And then we also have pink pepper, which again, that has a little bit of a soft spice to it as well. So those are the top notes, what you're gonna smell when it first sprays and when it first opens up. I really like to have the opening be nice and fresh and like uplifting, so it's not like immediately bam in your face. Then for the mid notes, we have olibanum resin. I know a lot of you probably are like, what is that? Because I wasn't really super familiar, but another term for it is frankincense, which I feel like is a little bit more known. And so what that smells like is it's kind of like a balsamic, woodsy type of spicy smell. And it adds like a really deep richness to it. So we added that in there to just give it a little interest, because I just didn't want a boring vanilla. I wanted something that was different. So that adds a little bit of depth there in the middle notes. And then we have notes of green cardamom, which I'm a huge fan of cardamom. Jo Malone Mimosa and Cardamom is one of my favorite fragrances ever, and it just adds this kind of sweet, soft spiciness. So we're sensing a theme of spiciness here, but it's not gonna be like, oh my god, burning up or anything like that. Don't be nervous, but it just adds a nice, sweet, soft spiciness in the middle. And then the last middle note we have is a white floral bouquet. So that just kind of rounds it out, and it complements the vanilla that we used here, which I'll touch on in a second. So even though there is white florals in there, it's not like a floral dominant scent. It's just a supporting note. Now let's get into the nitty gritty, the base notes, which of course we have the star of the show, which is vanilla. And here in our fragrance, we use Tahitian vanilla. So there's a few different types of vanilla that are used in the fragrance world, or like in the world in general. You know, like Madagascar vanilla, bourbon vanilla, but here we use Tahitian vanilla. And so this type of vanilla is used a lot in baking, and it has this kind of floral aroma and just like this light, like sweet fluffiness, airiness. It's just such a beautiful vanilla. And the reason I wanted to do a vanilla scent is because it's just one of those notes that is so well known and popular. Like orris, a lot of people don't know what that is, but vanilla, when you hear it, I feel like your mind instantly goes to a comforting place, because we're introduced to vanilla at such a young age, like whether it's like vanilla cupcakes or vanilla ice cream, like everyone knows what vanilla is, and it's just that comfort note. So I really wanted to do a vanilla based fragrance, but make it my own and make it not boring. Like this is not your average basic girl vanilla, okay? As we've talked about, there's a lot of like spiciness going on in here, and you know, with the frankincense, I feel like it's kind of like a holiday scent. It's just perfect for this time of year, cold weather. Yeah, so wait, let me get into the other base notes before I go off on a tangent. Okay, so also in the base we have Indonesian patchouli. So patchouli is one of those notes that I've said in other fragrance videos that I'm a little bit weary of, because sometimes it can be way overpowering. It can pull too masculine. It can be just too dominating or like a little bit dirty. That's not the case here. The patchouli just really gives it a nice, deep, rich depth and makes it a little bold. So this is a bold girl fragrance for sure, and the patchouli just adds that. And the last but not least for the base notes are whipped musks. So I love a good musk. It has that kind of like animalic quality to it. These are whipped, so they're just like light and fluffy and creamy, and they just really perfectly round it out and leave you with like this intoxicating trail. And it just, I don't know, something about those base notes just keeps you going back for more. Like this is such like a sexy scent. You're definitely gonna be like, the center of attention. Whoever's near you is gonna wanna be even closer to you. So just a little FYI, like this is like a nuzzler type of scent. Like you smell it and it's like, okay, I want more. So with all these notes and vanilla, it is gourmand leaning, but it doesn't smell like a piece of actual food. So I like gourmands, but I don't want to smell like a literal cupcake. So those are all of the notes, and the perfumer that we have for this fragrance is actually the same one that we used for 22 Auras, and that was just like a happy accident. Like it was not planned, but Frank Vocal did our fragrance once again. He is a master perfumer. He did Le Labo Santal, but he also did Glossier You. So he is just amazing fragrance genius in my opinion. And so I did not know that he created this. So during the process, basically we send out like a brief or like a pitch of like what we want the fragrance to smell like, and then perfumers will submit fragrances based on that, and then we go from there. So they're all like blind. I don't know who made them or anything. So this one was my favorite by far. We did a few rounds and this one was just like the standout to me. So I didn't even know that Frank created it until we were like way into the process. And I'm just so excited because he's just the best. And I'm just so flattered that he wants to continue working with our brand, because I feel like that says a lot, that he like believes in the brand and wants to put his name on something that I have my name on. It's just so insane to me. So Frank, we love you. And so if you can see the color of the juice, my lighting is kind of making it look lighter, but it's like this deep, rich color, almost like vanilla extract. And it's just, I don't know, when you see the juice, it's like, okay, that's gonna be like a deep, sexy scent. And it truly is. It's definitely bold. So 22 Auras, I feel like I don't feel like anyone would ever be offended by that scent. Not that you're gonna be offended by this, but this is just so much more bold and it's bossier. Like this is a girl with like an oversized blazer with like a black satin mini dress underneath. Like definitely boss bitch vibes with this. So if you're a little bit more shy and introverted, I feel like this is just like an instant confidence boost in a bottle. I feel like when I look good and I smell good and I walk into a room, I have so much more confidence, and this scent just kind of like puts you there. It puts you over the edge, it commands attention, and it just, yeah, gives off that boss bitch all black type of vibe. And that's what I love this time of year. Like I want my fragrance to be a little bit bold. I want it to be a little bit different, and I think we really captured that with this vanilla. I said in my Instagram caption that this is not your average vanilla, and I truly stand by that. Like this is not Bath & Body Works warm vanilla sugar. I feel like that raised me, and this is just like where I'm at in life now. Now that I'm 33 versus like 13, this is where I'm at in life with my vanilla, and I couldn't be more excited for you guys to try it, because it's just so smooth. It's grown and sexy vanilla, that's what it is. So that's basically my description of 18 Vanilla Nera. And I know a lot of you guys will be asking about this, but it's also gonna come in a travel size. And if you did not know, 22 Auras comes in a travel size as well. And so our travel size comes in this beautiful faux leather case. I'm obsessed with this. And you know, you can keep it in here or not, but this makes it so if you drop it, you're not gonna break it. It also prevents it from getting like grimy at the bottom of your purse or like smudges all over it. And I just feel like it's really chic, and I don't know, just like a little added touch, because I don't feel like a lot of brands are doing this, but we're doing this. And if I forgot to mention, this is a spray, because nobody wants a roller ball. I don't know why brands do roller balls. Actually, yes, I do, because they're significantly cheaper, but nobody wants that. Like, I don't want to be rolling a ball on my arm. Like, nobody asked for that, okay? So I'm giving you a travel size spray. So you can go for the full, you can go for the travel size, you can go for both. We now have bundles on our website as well. And 18 Vanilla Nera is gonna be live on our website Thursday, November 9th at 6 p.m. Eastern. So mark your calendars, set your alarms. Oh, and one other thing that I wanted to touch on, this scent is strong. She is strong, okay? So 22 auras, I feel like I could bathe myself in that and it's never gonna be too much or too overpowering because that's just the nature of that scent. This, you wanna max out at like 3, maybe 4, because it is just, it's strong. Like, you don't need to overspray, okay? You don't need to overspray this one because she is strong. She lasts all day long, and yeah, she's strong. She is a strong, confident, independent woman. Yeah, we're getting corny here. We're getting corny, but yeah, it lasts and lasts and lasts. The longevity is amazing, and it's one of my favorite things. Like, I spray it on the sweater, and then I'll wear the sweater next week, and I'll be like, oh, heaven. Heaven, 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 heaven. But yeah, I'm so excited for you guys to try this. I'm so nervous, but I'm so excited. I've seen some of the influencers that we sent it to already loving it, so that like gives me a little confidence boost that people are gonna love it. Even though I feel like I know people are gonna love it, I just always second guess myself, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna wrap that up here. Cannot wait to hear your guys' thoughts on this. I think I touched on everything. If I forgot anything, please let me know in the comments and I'll try to get back to you, but there will be more info on Instagram, Ledda's Instagram. Make sure you're signed up for our emails and notifications so you don't miss out on anything or any of our sales. Shameless little plug there, but you really should be signed up and you should be following. Okay, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you in advance to anyone who purchases 18 Vanilla Nera or 22 auras. And yes, I will see you guys next time.